My inspiration comes from the story of our people. We all know about the courage and the journey of our people from a distant land. This is our home. I believe the vision for our future has to be diversity, innovation, and new ideas that take us beyond the dependence of the whenua. We've been lucky to partner with a company like Rocket Lab. This is what our future looks like.
Onenui station is a sheep and beef station on the Mahi Peninsula. Total area is just under 3,500 hectares. 1,700 hectares of that is effective grazing, and then we've got 830 hectares in a covenant with Ngā Whenua. We've fenced 20 kilometres of coastline off to exclude the stock from grazing those areas, and we're trying to plant around 8,000 natives every year.
In 2016, we managed to get consent from the District Council to develop 1,050 hectares of land that was covered in scrub. That's meant we've lifted our ewe numbers from just over 5,000 to just over 6,000, and the cows from 350 to 600.
Tai mai nei, I tautoko ana, te karanga o te whenua, nau mai, hara mai. Many farms that were part of the East Coast Commission, which was formed in the late 1920s, a number of Maori corporations and trusts, all in the East Coast region, primarily designed to look at development. Tawapata was one of a number of blocks totaling about 300,000 acres. In 1953, the East Coast Commission was wound up, and as a result of the winding up of the East Coast Commission, the owners of Tawapata decided to carry on as a Māori corporation under the Māori Affairs Act.
Here you are on our ancestral lands. These lands have been in our care since the voyage since Hawaii. I start with Waikawa, the island behind us. We will know the story to Ika Maui and how they fished up the island. That is the barb of the hook that holds the blood from its mother's jawbone. That is why it's so sacred to us.
So it must have been growing lucerne here for about 14 years. It's a very drought-tolerant plant, so the mature stands can have a taproot of up to 6 metres, so they're pretty good at finding water. This finishing platform down here in the summer, we can fit up to 3,500 lambs on at once. Generally have rotations of about 20 hectares with mobs of sort of 500 to 600 on them.
This is our beautiful island. So it's already very established with regards to species. It's just sustaining that island so that those taonga can grow.
I hadn't been here very often. My friends wanted to come and see Rocket Lab, so I arranged it and we came, and I wasn't expecting anything. So I got up the big climb and I just, whoa, I gotta stop. Look at that. I said, we tried to do this many years ago and here it is.
It is where my grandfather and my father grew up on the whenua. I'm actually the generation after everybody came off the farm. I carry on a legacy in seeing the farm grow. It started with my grandfather.
We provide co-matua grants, and these are tiered based on the ages all the way from 65 right up to 95. So as the older you are, you receive more financial assistance.
I grew up here. We lived a lot out of the sea. We had plenty of kaimoana. All the cracks had paua and kina and crayfish. It was a marvellous place.
We will lamb our rising 6-year-old ewes next to the lucerne, and as soon as that lucerne's ready to graze in the start of September, we'll put those older ewes with their terminal lambs on the lucerne.
My whakapapa to this whenua. Rocket Lab is pretty far ahead with such a special team. Started as a launch engineer, sat on console for most campaigns, and now I'm in the hot seat as the manager here. It is the only place in the Southern Hemisphere that's literally the gateway to space. Yeah, but America's winning the race. They're number 1. Number 2 is Russia. Number 3 is China. And number 4 is Mahia.
Rocket's a pretty hard act to follow, I'm sorry, but I've been asked to talk about cash flow today. Because of the development and the strong farm production and of course the income from Rocket Lab, we're now in a very strong position. We're starting to look at external investment opportunities.
So the highlights for Tawapata Onenui Station is the development program they've embarked on over the last 10 years has been extremely well designed and implemented, which has provided a platform where they should be able to perform in the top 10% of the benchmark going into the future. Another highlight was the native plantings around the cliff edges above the sea in a really harsh environment. They've had a really good success rate, which is really hard. And also the environmental work that's been done around the waterways leading into the ocean, which is significantly reducing the environmental footprint that Onenui's having on the ocean, which has got to be a win for everybody.